Hello you guys, this is Colatis and Latte. So for this video, so I made like a last minute decision. I'm actually gonna go for Keto's cards instead. Cause if I never do, I'll never do it now. He has no Mind's Quest, okay. Yep, I have zilch nada. Can I even unlock this all? Like, come on. I don't even know how much it takes. But I'm actually going to do Keto's. Yeah, this is a recharge, okay? Keto and I decided to go camping. Surprisingly, a corgi disrupted us. But we also got some nice... Oh my god, go away, you ass munch. Give me a second, guys. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Okay, I don't know how well this is gonna work, and the weather's not even cold like yesterday, but I just put a blanket to me because I keep seeing fucking mosquitoes, and I don't want to put mosquito whatever thing. I'm not in the mood for that right now, and I even have a jacket on me, so the only place they could possibly... They could still obviously find their way through the blanket to bite me is in my face and neck, and it has happened. Alright, so for a rare day off, Keto and I came to the camping grounds on the outskirts of Loveland City. In the great outdoors, we were surrounded by evergreens, so even though it was winter, the leaves were still rustling in the trees. The scenery on the way was quite nice. I took a few pictures and then returned my phone to my bag.
What do you think? It's pretty here, right?
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, since it's winter, I thought all we'd see, were dead, barren trees. Haha.
Well, I chose the location, so naturally something like that wouldn't happen.
Keto gave me a wink, 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 seeming very pleased with himself. The end of the year work rush lasted almost a month, during which time Keto was constantly out of the country, shooting music videos. It must have been a long time since we'd seen each other. Luckily, the holidays came around, giving us a chance to relax at this camping ground. So it's really okay that we've come like this without having prepared everything?
Don't worry, I've been to this campground before. The staff will help us with everything.
Nice.
We can just slowly get our tent set up and then enjoy a sunset barbecue.
Nice. As Keto described it, I could see the stream glittering in the setting sun and smell the barbecue. Coming around a bend, we came to a spacious valley and could see the reception center. A babbling stream meandered through the grass as was Keto beside me. My heart felt warm and cozy, and I was really looking forward to this camping trip. Yes, please. Ooh, this is a fun camping trip. Tents, sleeping bags, lanterns. After a little time, Keto and I had our campsite set up.
Should we lay down and try it? If it's uncomfortable, we can get some mats.
Yeah. Keto patted the sleeping bag next to him and laid down. Then I laid down next to him. It wasn't as comfy as a bed, but the sleeping bag was still pretty soft. I couldn't hold back a stretch, and my hand hit the night light hanging above us. That's funny.
Like a star.
Like a star. Yeah. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are all of. Oh no, I forgot the rest.
Don't you think this tent is like a little world? A world just for the two of us.
Aww.
There's a pitch-black, unknown universe, and a shining star, and...
Aww. Keto's low voice murmured softly in my ear. I turned my head and realized how close we were. Warm breath, shining eyes, and a blossoming smile. In this little world, everything about Keto was within my reach.
I don't know if the sleeping bag will be warm enough or not.
Wait.
If you're cold at night, you can hug me for warmth.
I swear to God, if it comes near me, I'm gonna probably fucking swallow it, man. Go away. How can I hug you from inside a sleeping bag? As I stammered my reply, I turned my head. I could feel my cheeks getting red. We should hurry up and get the other stuff ready.
Huh? Wait for me.
The moment I opened the tent flap, the winter wind blew away my embarrassment. I took a deep, sharp breath and finally recovered. Kiro squeezed past me out of the tent, a pathetic look in his eye. His silent complaining made me feel uncomfortable, so I tried to look away. Pure white flowers swayed on the endless grassy plain. Not far away was a moving yellow object. The yellow thing was running left and right, and it was moving right towards us. Kiro, over there! I cried out, and the unknown object had collided with Kiro as he was standing up. I'm pretty sure it's the Corgi, right?
Huh?
Huh? We both lowered our heads to look at the object, and the yellow and white fur ball lifted its head too, wiggled its ears, and let out a yelp. Arf! It was a Corgi of all things. Aw, Corgi. Kiro hugged the suddenly appearing Corgi tight. I drew closer and looked at its tag. Mango Shake female. What? Shake? Female, 1.5 years old, addressed this campsite. Is it one of the staff's pet? Should we contact reception? As I spoke, I patted Mango Shake's head. She wasn't shy at all, nuzzling my hand instead of pulling away. Aw. Kiro lowered his head and looked into the dog's cute round eyes. After a few seconds, he cried out.
I remember.
Oh, you do? What was it? Huh? Remember what? I was shaking Mango's paw as Kiro took his phone out and flipped to a picture. In the picture, Kiro was making a peace sign, and next to him was a much younger-looking Mango Shake.
Do you remember how I told you I'd come here before?
You did? So, これは...
I remember when they first got her. She was always scared and wouldn't go near any of the staff.
Hold on. Kiro nodded and just... What kind of a word is that? I remember when they first got her. Aw. But surprisingly took a liking to you.
Bingo. She wouldn't leave my side. And when I left, the staff took this picture for me.
Aww. As he spoke, Kiro got a little misty-eyed. He patted Mango's head and stroked her back.
Sorry, girl. I almost forgot about you.
Oh, it's okay. Mango lifted her head and barked as if she was saying it was not a problem. However, not half a minute into this touching reunion, Kiro lifted Mango up, looking concerned.
It hasn't even been a year and you've changed a lot. This belly.
The dog's stubby legs waved in the air, seemingly in protest to Kiro's words. I quickly took Mango into my arms, laughing and cooing over her. Hey, go easy on the girl. Oh yeah, I'll take another pic for you too. Aww. Just use the same pose as before, okay? It'll be a really great memory.
Okay. And I can take another one next time. And every year after.
I was gonna say, isn't there a way that she could find a phone or something and make it so the three of them can be taken together? Like, what are they, you set it up, that kind of thing? The idea sounded great, but I put Mango back in Kiro's arms and helped them pose. Aww. Kiro hung on to Mango with his head slightly tilted. The sunlight shone through his golden hair. I thought it would be hard to get the same pose, but Mango was very compliant. He sat nice and straight as if he knew exactly what we were doing. Oh my god, it's a leaf. The two shining golden-haired heads were centered in the frame amidst a lush green background. That's so beautiful. Kiro pet Mango's head, and the smile was warmer and more dazzling than the winter sun.
How'd it come out? Let me see.
Kiro leaned in to see and nodded his head in satisfaction. Then he took more selfies with me too. After our impromptu on-location shoot, we contacted the staff and prepared to return Mango. Must have gone out while we were busy. Sorry, but can we trouble you two to bring her back? Oh, no problem. Kiro looked over at me and I instantly gave him the okay signal.
No problem. We'll bring her over as soon as we can.
Thanks. Oh yeah, she likes to run, so hang on tight to her. Last time she... Damn. We don't want that. Almost drowned. Oh shit. I looked in wide-eyed shocked at Mango. She was at my feet, batting her eyes, all innocent and cute. Arf, arf, I'm cute. I leaned over and scooped her up, worried she'd run off while I was on the phone. Don't you go running off again. If you run into danger again, oh my god. I guess because I was holding her too tightly, Mango started twisting and struggling. I quickly let her go, not expecting she would run off to the nearby stream. Oh no, don't drown again. Hey, mother. No. Without time to think, Kiro and I. Oh my god, okay. Go away, bugs. I swear I'm surprised I haven't fucking swallowed a bug already. Kiro and I ran after her, but Mango picked up speed as she followed the stream and then turned into a patch of forest. After making way through the thickening trees for a while, Kiro and I came to a wide clearing. There was no it's because they're attracted to the light, that's why. Instead, there was no sign of Mango. Instead, there was a cave. Oh, I got stumbled there for a second. Ooh, I don't think I've seen this cave before. What's a cave doing at the campsite grounds? I'm sure there's nothing lurking inside, right? Like ghosts, Loch Ness monsters, or anything. Yeah, exactly. All kinds of scary stories popped into my head, winding my already frayed nerves even tighter. My mind raced, and I couldn't help give Kiro a nervous look. Kito's expression didn't look too calm either, but he still went ahead into the cave.
Mango shake!
Mango! His voice waved. Mango. Oh my god, there's a ghost. Go away. Maybe I should cover my mouth so I actually don't swallow a bug or close. Seemingly swallowed up by the darkness. After I don't know how long from deep inside the cave came the sound. I can't cover my mouth because you won't hear my voice. The sound of faint barking. Arf, arf. Okay, she's in here.
Come on, let's go in and find her.
I nodded as Kito took my hand, drawing endless courage from his hand's touch. We entered the cave. I swear if I actually start recording in the wintertime, I don't have to worry about bugs, mosquitoes. The dim light from the cave's entrance gradually faded out until there was only a little light. Drops of water from God knows where dripped and dropped. Drip, 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 making my mind run all wild. Kito stayed slightly in front of me, one hand holding mine and one holding his phone's flashlight. Too bad that little light was woefully inadequate. After entering the cave, I don't even know what that word means. I think I do. We called Mango's name a few more times, but there was no answer. This made me nervous, which the darkness amplified. Kito could tell and tried to soothe me.
We'll find her soon, and then we'll get right out of here. Don't be scared.
Don't be scared, Angela. I'm not. You don't get scared. I remember last time. What was that? Something hit my forehead. I almost jumped, but Kito caught me in time, holding me in his arms. Aww.
It's okay. It's just dripping water.
Is he scared too? I shook my head in panic, and my racing heart took a while to settle back down. Ba-dum, da-dum, ba-dum. My heartbeat and Kito's mixed together. Oh. It's actually beating too fast. Beating fast too. You were scared too? Yeah, exactly.
I was scared by you suddenly screaming like that.
Okay, I buy that because if all of a sudden somebody just fucking screamed, yeah, I'd feel the same way too. Although I felt like he was lying to me. Maybe that too. He's a liar too, I guess. I did indeed yell, but yes, loudly just then. I could feel my face getting a little hot. Who knew a drop was gonna land right on my forehead? It really was scary. Go away. As I mumbled softly, Kito laughed and didn't respond. For a moment, the cave was absolutely still. Go away. Kito, say something, would you? I got really quiet.
All right. What do you want to hear? How about I tell you about what happened the last time I went camping?
Go for it, bro. After a brief pause, Kito's voice sounded in my ear. It sounded a little unsteady, as if perhaps he was feeling scared too. But even so, he was still doing all he could to divert my attention as he carried on with the tale of his previous time camping.
Last time I arrived here at dusk, and it was dark by the time the tent was up. So I just laid in the grass, looking up at the stars late into the night.
Oh, you came camping all by yourself? Kiro nodded. I couldn't see his expression in the dim cave.
I always came alone when I went camping before.
Oh.
Do you remember what I said before? That inside the tent feels like its own little world? Actually, I really like quietly curling up in there by myself.
Okay, I see what you're
But
saying.
now it seems, compared to being alone, having someone with you is even better.
Yeah. As he said this, Kiro turned his head and the light from his flashlight caught his eye. It made me think of the lamp inside the tent, or a sky full of stars. Do I see any stars? No, I don't think I see any, bro. In the pitch black cave, I could see... I meant not in the game, I meant here. I really could feel like I was beneath a starry sky, lying in the grass next to Kiro, counting the innumerable stars overhead. Yeah, I think having someone with you is better too. Indeed, as we talked and walked without realizing it, we had walked to the exit of the cave. The longed-for sight of sunlight had me hurraying for joy. We made it out. Before us was a yellow and green bamboo forest, and in a clearing not far off were several wood buildings with a sign to the side saying temporarily closed. And Mango was sitting obediently next to us. She let out a bark, ruff, ruff, as she saw us and came running. Kiro squatted down and patted the dog's head, a chatting tone in his voice.
We almost thought we lost you, and you think it's funny.
Of course you'd think it's funny. Ruff, ruff. Yes, it's funny. That's right. And you brought us to this place that's all closed off. Looking into Mango's puppy dog eyes, the lump in my throat finally settled back down, but I still couldn't resist chiding her too.
You can go rest over there. I'll teach her a lesson.
Ruff, ruff. Now that he brought it up, teach me a lesson, human. Ruff. I did feel a little tired, so I nodded and sat on the bench. Kiro scooped up Mango and nuzzled her as he muttered to her. After a while, they circled back to me.
Lesson over. For your inspection, Miss Chips.
Aww. As he knelt on the ground, Kiro raised one of Mango's front paws and waved it at me.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have run off like that.
Arf, arf. Well, I hope you remember.
But I didn't have a choice because I wanted to share this fun place with you.
Aww.
You like it here? I usually only play here by myself, but today I have you two to play with me.
Aww. Mango whimpered a bit. He's winking to the dog. Mango whimpered a bit, practically on cue, and I rubbed her head. Then I looked around and nodded from me to Kiro and Mango. I like it, not just this spot. I like everything I've seen today. Kiro was stunned for a moment, but his smile soon flashed brighter, and his eyes turned gentler.
Then, do you also like the one who shared this place with you?
Of course I like... As the word light came blurting out of my mouth, I suddenly froze under Kiro's stare. I don't know, ardent, whatever that word was. This question wasn't being asked on behalf of Mango, but rather from him in his heart. A wave of heat crept up on my cheeks again, but I had nowhere to hide from Kiro's gaze. Under those watchful eyes, anticipation. I lightly nodded my head. Like him? Like him. As I spoke, a furry object landed on my hand. I quickly grabbed Mango's paw, and Kiro laughed. His smile was like a radiant light, and like stars glittering in the night, in the galaxy of stars. This person before me was surely the most dazzling of them all. My chest felt warm and fuzzy, and I could hear my heart thumping amidst the rustling of bamboo. A bamboo leaf floated past me, and Mango jumped out of Kiro's arms and chased after it. The furry sensation left my hand and was replaced with Kiro's warm, dry hand. Kiro looked at me, and his gentle, sweetly soft words melted into my heart.
Me too.
Aww. Oh. Let's see. I can still recall that year. When Kiro and I had a long-awaited spring vacation together to really hit the reset button, we went camping in the outskirts of Loveland City. Step 1, the tent, was complete, but there was still plenty of work to be done. Just as we were preparing to start the next step, an uninvited guest appeared. The Corgi turned out to be the campground's pet named Mango. Mongo, actually. Yeah, Mongo. Kiro showed me the selfie. Okay, yeah, it's technically Mango, but my mind likes to revert to Japanese pronunciation. Kiro showed me the selfie they took together, and I took a new one for them. Then he suddenly darted off. Wow, it just got dark. We chased Mongo into the cave to stay calm. Kiro talked about the last time he came here, camping. We finally made it out and found Mongo. A bamboo grove appeared before us. Damn, these stories just so fast. Do I have this card evolved? Well, let's claim all of this. That was adorable. I really enjoyed that. Let me just take a quick look. I don't know if I have it evolved. Oh, I actually do. Okay. Should I be saving my stamina? But that event will cause me too much anxiety, bro. I don't want to deal with it. I still don't know why that thing is popping up, bro. What do I have of him? Whoa, I have a lot. There's a lot I want to read of these things too, bro. But let's do this. I was invited to shoot an ad for Elena's wedding studio, but unexpectedly, the groom was Kiro. Of course. Ooh, the church bell rang 12 times, and the appointed time finally came. Kiro straightened his bow tie for the last time in the full-length mirror in the hallway.
Good. Not crooked.
Ooh. This is the last one I'm gonna read. I don't know which ones I should read tomorrow, Victor's. After confirming he looked perfect enough, he stood in front of the close-carved wooden gate and gave a slight cough, his cheeks slightly blushing. Taking a deep breath, he raised his hand and knocked on the white door in front of him. Ta-ta-ta, knock, knock, knock. Rat-ta-ta. Oh wow, Rat-ta-ta has appeared, guys. Let's send out Kiro. The sudden knocks on the door in the quiet room disrupted my calm breathing and heartbeat. Is it Kiro? My hand trembled, and the crown in my hand rolled down my gown. The crown. There was no time to think. I quickly bent down to reach the crown, but was stopped by Elena, a friend who temporarily acted as my styling designer. She picked up the crown and couldn't help chuckling, looking at me with teasing look in her eyes. Why are you so nervous? It's not a real marriage. I'm not nervous. I tried to deny it, but the blushing cheeks reflected in the mirror had already betrayed me. The girl in the mirror was in a pure white wedding gown, her hair tied up high, and a veil dotted with flowers draped over her bare shoulders, just like how I once imagined. Elena stood behind me, fixed the silver crown with diamonds on my head carefully, then looked at it for a bit. Done. Now it's time for a perfect bride to meet the groom. She teased as she pulled me out of my seat and walked towards the door that couldn't block the noise outside. Thinking of Kiro behind the door, I couldn't tell if I was more nervous or expecting. What? Oh, okay. Expecting. Shotgun wedding? Is that what they call it? Let's move on. I took a deep breath, trying to calm my racing heartbeat. Elena hummed the wedding march and opened the door without giving me any time to hesitate. The moment the door was open, countless ribbons and petals showered down with a bang. A handsome young man in a suit was standing in the light in front of me. Ooh, Kiro. It was just an ad for the wedding studio, but everything was set up like a real wedding. As my eyes met Kiro's, I saw a flash of amazement. His lips moved a little, but only called my name after a while. Angela. I clenched the gauze on the gown unconsciously, forgetting what I should say. Everything around seemed to disappear, leaving only us. Kiro wore a silver gray suit and a bow tie, which he seldom wore. There was joy and inseparable shyness in his imperceptible and his blue eyes, which were gazing at me.
The filming is about to begin.
Okay. That's the only thing I don't like about these dates. They're not real weddings.
So, let's go, my bride.
Aww. He reached out to me, and the sun fell into his smiling eyes through the window, shining brightly, as if bewitched. Bewitched. I raised my right hand, and white silk glove and put it in his palm, which was then held tightly.
Actually,
I wish this was real. He leaned close to my ear and whispered,
although I really want to control myself and act more mature and reliable,
well, uh-oh.
I have to say that you look really beautiful today.
Angie. Aw, Angela. His straightforward compliment and warm breath in my ears was like a soft feather, slowly and gently tickling my heart. This wedding gown is their signature design this season, called the Dream Wedding.
I'm not talking about the wedding gown.
Talking about you? Kiro shook his head and squeezed my palm as if venting his anger.
The point is, you look 1,000 times, no, 10,000 times more beautiful in a wedding gown than I imagined.
Aww. Stop exaggerating. Come on.
I'm not.
He denied it seriously. He really denied it. His tone affirmative, which sounded like the Kiro I'm familiar with.
You should compliment me, too. Even Sabin said I'm super handsome today.
Kiro, I know you're my least favorite, but you are very handsome, adorable, golden, sunshine-haired boy, my man. And then you have your, Helio side, like... You can slap me and whip me all over the place, boy. Moving on. Looking at his expecting eyes, I couldn't help laughing. Yeah, you also look 1,000 times, no, 10,000 times more handsome today. Oh. Hashtag Kiro's adorable. Hearing this, Kiro finally nodded with satisfaction. While we were talking, I saw the church gate, which is surrounded by flowers. I thought I was just filming a simple ad for Elena's wedding studio, but she actually rented the whole church and set it up as a wedding site. Looking at the cameraman waiting outside the gate and the camera's foot facing us, I swallowed, suddenly nervous. I turned around to look for Kiro and met his blue eyes that reflected me. He held my hand more tightly, then leaned in and whispered in my ears.
Don't worry, I'm with you, and everything will be okay.
Aww. Everyone, Mina, ready? The wedding march prelude started and Elena gestured us to enter the church. I tried to ignore the heat on my face, which was caused by Kiro's leaning close to me, and I even wanted to rub my itchy ears. But I held the bouquet of flowers in one hand, the other tightly gripped by him. I could see the irrepressible smile at the corner of his lips, just like me at this moment. I followed Kiro, and stepped on the red carpet that stretched forward. The pure white church was dotted with flowers and ribbons, like a real wedding just for the two of us. The hazy veil obscured my vision, and I could only see the falling petals and golden light spots dancing in the air. And the man standing next to me, holding my hand. It was only a short distance from the church gate to the podium, and it was just a short aisle, but it seemed especially far. It was so far that every step we took was like the deepest mark engraved in time. Every step seemed heavier from her tightly grasping hands. I had imagined the moment I stepped on the red carpet for countless times, and now I know no matter what kind of scene it was, it would be fine as long as the person next to me was with me. Aww. That's so cute. We finally reached the end of the red carpet, but my heart couldn't stop pounding. The staff member acted as the wedding officiant on the podium, smiled kindly at Kiro and I. I then started officiating according to the process. May you too kiss the bride. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today in the presence of these witnesses to join Sue. Excuse me? Sue and Kiro matrimony. I don't know. The wedding officiant spoke nervously and slowly as I was listening nervously. Okay. The wedding officiant spoke seriously and slowly. As I was listening nervously, I felt my palm being scratched. I glanced at Keto standing next to me, but he looked composed as if he hadn't done such a childish thing. I would be asking, who gives this woman to be married to this man? Everybody. After the wedding officiant finished asking, Keto immediately turned to look at me, his eyes full of expectations, as if they were glowing. I forgot my line for a moment. After a few seconds, I remembered the embarrassing lie. Facing Keto's scorching gaze, my voice became softer and softer. I am marrying him on my own free will, with the blessings of everybody. Now the groom can take the oath. Hearing this, I tried to withdraw my right hand. Clenched by Keto, but failed, so I could only lower my eyes to avoid his gaze.
I take you to be my wedded wife.
Oh, the sound from above my head was more serious than ever. Although they were written lines, my heart couldn't help racing. But before the oath was finished, Keto stopped and remained silent for the next 2 seconds. Did he forget the lines like me? I raised my eyes, astonished, but was caught off guard and got immersed in the gentle blue eyes of his. He looked at me gently, and the sincerity and tenderness in his eyes were enough to seize anyone who was gazed at by him. Ooh.
From now on, I will forever love and cherish you, and you will always be my everything.
Angela. Aww. Even though I knew it was just an ad, I really felt that he was solemnly giving me the promise of a lifetime. A light kiss fell on the back of my hand, and the touch like a thin feather penetrated the thin fabric and directly reached the bottom of my heart. The wedding wasn't over yet, but I had already lost control of my breathing and heartbeat. Cut. Great. Outdoor shooting next. The cameraman shattered the piece. I came back. God damn you, cameraman. Came back to myself, withdrew my hand and hid it behind me as my heart, continued to skip a beat.
Why are we stopping now?
Why are we stopping now? Can we just get this over with so I can take her to my room? Keto murmured discontentedly, looking for comfort but the cameraman was already urging us all. Ooh. Outside the church, the lucid water of the fountain pool reflected the white clouds and the clear sky, and their verdant lawn stretched to the edge of the woods. Angela, stay where you are. Kiddo, stand behind her and lift her veil, please. Okay, guys, okay. In my mind, with the previous emotions still lingering in my mind, I followed the cameraman's instructions and posed for intimate wedding photos with Kiddo awkwardly. Come closer. Closer. Very closer. That's not close enough, guys. Closer. The cameraman kept gesturing and kept repeating the word closer, which made me a bit alarmed.
Like this?
Yeah, of course he would just go like that. Kiddo held me in his arms from behind, resting his chin on my shoulder, and the moment his face touched mine through the veil, I trembled. All of my senses were occupied by his warmth and his breathing. My heartbeat was so fast that I nearly had a heart attack. Angela, don't be so stiff, goddammit. Act naturally, just like before. I need you to act natural. This is a wedding, okay? I nodded, trying to force a smile. I knew how stiff my expression was, even without looking.
Are you nervous?
Yeah. I heard Kiddo's soft voice and didn't deny it after slight hesitation. A little bit. But actually, even my voice was trembling.
Actually, I'm also a teeny bit nervous.
Aw. He sighed with relief, and the rising tone dispelled the unnatural atmosphere between us.
But knowing you're feeling the same, I'm not so nervous now.
Aw. He pointed at himself and smiled his usual bright smile.
You can think of me as a little bear hugging you. A handsome and cute bear that will always protect you and give you candies.
So cute.
You never have to be nervous in front of me.
Thank you. I was stunned. The camera in front of me seemed not to exist, and the arms around me was still warm as always. The awkwardness and uneasiness seemed to be swept away, and I couldn't help but laughing out loud.
Yeah, just keep being happy like this. I believe you can do it.
Aww. Amazingly, the tension and anxiety disappeared, and I seemed to taste the sweetness of the strawberry candy he gave me. That's it. Change your pose. I glanced behind me. The blue fountain pool reflected the pure white church, and the golden decoration on the steeple shone in the sunlight. I looked back to find Keto was sitting cross-legged on the grass, smiling at me. The bouquet of lilies was on him, and light spots seemed to be dancing on his fluffy blonde hair. Aww. I know you can't see my face, but this just put a really big smile on me right now. Suddenly, I naughtily decided to scatter a handful of pink flowers at him.
Hey, what are you doing?
What are you doing? He widened his eyes, yelled, and before I could dodge, he had gently caught my nutty fingers. The spring sunlight sprinkled softly, and our laughter seemed to blend unto the beauty of spring. Click! When we didn't notice, the cameraman had captured the scene, and under the sunlight. Aww. Luckily, we were relaxed the rest of the shooting, so it was simple and easy. The bell in the church suddenly rang, and the fountain spurted water into the air, which started the pigeons resting by the pool. Oh, this is adorable. That was definitely a capturable moment because she just decided to do that, and it wasn't forced or anything. She did say that she forgot that the camera was there, right? So yeah, that is definitely a capturable moment. The water drops in the glass reflected the brilliant sunlight. I'm stumbling on my words right now. And the whole scene was captured in the last photo. Finally satisfied. Yeah, you see? The cameraman wrapped up the shooting.
My lady, shall we go somewhere together?
My lady, yes, we may. Keto reached out a hand and made an inviting gesture, his jewel-like eyes staring straight at me. I couldn't refuse. I hesitated for only a second and made a decision. Elena, here you are. I raised my hands and tossed the bouquet that symbolized happiness, attracting a burst of shouts and laughter. Let's go, Ikayo. I smiled and put my hand in Keto's palm, only to see him wink at me. Wink, wink.
Hold on to me.
Angela, hold on to me. What? Oh my God. Before I could ask, I felt my feet suddenly lifted off the ground. I screamed and had to hold on to the culprit tightly.
Let's go.
Come on. I gotta hold you. Gotta put you in my just married car, bro. As they have already guessed my reaction, Keto smiled and set off towards the destination, his soft hair brushing my cheeks naughtily from time to time. Wait, I can walk by myself. Hearing the burst of laughter behind me, I blushed, waving my arms to protest, but Keto, who always left room for negotiation, was very determined this time.
It's hard to walk in high heels on this road, so please be patient.
Okay, will do. He had no intention of putting me down and walked up the gravel path all the way through the flower gates with me in his arms. The soft light spots and the shadows of the flowers fell on us from time to time, and the warm breeze gently brought the music from afar. Keto, who had me in his arms, also hummed the tune in a version of the romantic Marriage d'Amour. Oh no, sounded lively.
Here we are. Look.
Look where? Ooh, we finally arrived at the destination. Keto stopped and put me under the flower rack. Aw. Following where he pointed, I could see green mountains surrounding a tranquil blue lake in the distance. The white bird swept past the sparkling water surface and then flew high in the wind unto the sky. It's so beautiful. It is. Involuntarily exclaiming, I turned around to look at Keto, who was sitting side by side with me on the grass. Did you bring me here to show me this?
Not just this.
Oh, what else? He mysteriously dragged his tone.
It's also because this is the best place for the bride and groom.
Oh, that's so cute. Keto's voice was as gentle as his smile. He spread his arms and leaned back. On my lap lying on my lap before I could react.
Miss Chips.
It wouldn't be a wedding without him saying Miss Chips. The weight and warmth on my legs were so real that I couldn't help looking down at him. The veil that slipped from my shoulders dropped on his face. Uh-oh. Oh, seeing his serious look turning into a frown, I burst into laughter and reached out to lift the veil. Does it hurt? Oh, it's so cute. Before I even touched his face, he grasped my hand and our fingers tightly entwined. Kido lifted the veil gently and gazed at me intently. With his blue eyes, I could see my reflection in his eyes, and my heart skipped a beat.
Do you like weddings like this one?
Yeah, I was stunned by his serious expression and couldn't control my heartbeat from accelerating upon hearing his question. I was at a loss and tried to avert his gaze. The flower fragrance lazily lingered in the air. In the warm sunshine, in the small space under the veil, only Kido was at my sight. I had nowhere to hide and no longer wanted to, so I nodded slowly. I do, my love. After hesitating for a few seconds, I asked him quietly, why this question all of a sudden?
Because I want to plan a perfect wedding.
Kido smiled, and I could see the confidence in his bright eyes as usual. What did he mean by that? I was confused and couldn't stop letting my imagination run wild. I want to slap her right now. Are you really that fucking stupid? Neither of us spoke for a while. I could hear the piano music from the distance, something d'amore, and the warm wind slowly traveled to the softest part of my heart. Kido let go of my hand, leaned forward, and caged me between him and the flower rack. With my back against the soft flowers, I looked up and gazed at his tender look closely.
I used to think that a lifetime is a very long time. But after I met you, it has become very short.
Interesting. どうして?
Of course, it's because of you. Because I want to spend every moment of my life with you.
Now this is obviously his real feelings. His breathing was closer, and the flower fragrance seemed stronger, and I almost ran out of breath.
I have imagined this day many times.
Aww. I didn't know how to respond. I clenched my fist in front of my chest and answered him by muttering, Actually, I've also imagined about it. My answer made him chuckle. He unfolded my clenched fist gently and touched my ring finger. I could see the slight regret, in his eyes.
The wedding was nicer than I thought it would be, but it lacked the most important part.
A kiss?
The job came so suddenly that I didn't have time to prepare, but...
He stopped, gently pressing his forehead against me, and looked at me intently, saying gently and solemnly,
I hope that you can reserve this finger for me, for the wedding ring.
He lowered his head and kissed the root of my empty ring finger.
I solemnly vow that you will forever be my happiness and joy. As long as we both shall live.
It said the vein on the ring finger called Vena Amoris reaches the heart directly. At this moment, is that true? I have to look it up. I believed it may be true. The force of this kiss and the deep love of this vow seemed to fill my blood, and they flowed straight unto my heart through the veins, surging and wandering in the chest and my chest restlessly.
Now the groom may kiss the bride.
That's right. Kido imitated the wedding officiant's solemn tone, then raised his hand and placed the veil behind my ears, and smiled the gentlest smile and leaned in close to me. I love you. The light and soft touch lingered on my lips with his scorching... Did he really kiss her? With his scorching breath, I closed my eyes and felt Kido's existence more clearly than ever before, our heartbeats synchronizing. The warm afternoon wind gently blew the flower fragrance and our secret feelings to the sky. This moment seemed to be eternal. The church clock struck 12, and it was our appointment time. Thinking of Kido, who's waiting outside the door, my heart was pounding uncontrollably. The wedding gown, church, wedding march, red carpet. Why was it like a real wedding when I was just shooting an ad for Ella in the studio? At the end of the red carpet, Kido's vow was sincere and solemn. As my heart was racing, the photographer interrupted me, but I didn't expect the shooting after this to be so difficult. The garden with flower fragrance and warm wind and the quiet romantic d'amour from afar and the kiss of the ring finger along the vow told me that it's no longer a wedding in the dream. The end. That was so cute. Oh my goodness, that was adorable. I wonder how the other ones will go, but that was so adorable, guys. Oh my god, you have no idea. Oh, that was cute. So yeah, I don't want to overuse my voice anymore. So for today, or I guess tomorrow's, I definitely am gonna go after him. But will I read all of this though? Well, top priority, I want it to be a deep love date for sure. I want to read him right now, but I don't want to throw out my voice either, just in case I might do some later. I doubt it. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I had tons of fun making it. I finally, I actually got one that has no exclamation point. Why does this have an exclamation point? Hi. I don't know, guys. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time, my friends. Bye bye.